I've never seen a diamond in the flesh. I cut my teeth on wedding rings in the movie.
So I thought today I would give you a book tour of my bookshelf because I do have many books. And I just love to kind of, get things started, get things going. I would just go through all my books. Just, just go through all my books. I've seen these. I think they're cool. I like seeing what other people read and see what's different, what we have in common. So yeah, that's what we're doing. Saint Anything by Sarah Dessen. And I'm still reading this one. I'm like it gets kind of boring in the middle. That's kind of right where I am. So I want to finish it. Like, I liked the beginning of it so far. Yeah, it's just like that. The middle gets kind of boring, and I'm just gotta push through it. But yeah, otherwise I like it. It's fairly new. I think it just came out like a few months ago. So yeah, I'm looking forward to finishing it. And then here I have Cinder by Marissa Meyer, and I've heard many good things about this book. I haven't started it. It's on my TBR list, but my library in the summer, it does like this week of just activities and fun games at the library, and if you finish one, you get to take home a free book. So they have like this whole rack of them, and I picked this one because I've heard great things about it, and this cover, I love the feel to it, and I love like this, like it's a statement. Like, it's like you've never really seen anything like this before, so I thought that was cool. And then next I have I Am Number 4 by Pittacus Lore. And I started reading this on my Nook a little while ago, but I never really got past it because it was kind of like you have to rent it, and then I ran out of time, so then I never got to finish it. So I got it in book form so that wouldn't happen again. And I also thought this was super cool. Like, I think this is pretty sure this is what has to do with like a group the main character's in, I think. But look at that. That's great. That's glorious. I mean, just this whole cover. Like, this swirly, it's bumpy and swirly. I really like this. So I'm looking forward to reading that as well. And then here I have Going After Cassiano by Tim O'Brien. And my English teacher just recently was our last day of classes, and he had gone through all his books that he had done, his bookshelf and all his class books, and picked up the ones that he doesn't think he was going to use again, and just ones he was done reading and just wanted to get rid of. And he said we could take whatever ones we wanted, and this is one of them that I picked. It's a little bit different from what I normally read. It's military style and a military story. And I've never really read anything like that before. My cousin reads a lot of these kind of stuff, but I thought I would try it. I've been getting into more stuff like this. I think I would enjoy it. So I'm going to try this. It's on my TBR list, but I'm pretty sure it's about a man guy whose friends, in the military, I think went, MIA, and he has to go find him in France. I think so. I would rather going just not knowing. Yeah. And then here I have Othello by Mr. William Shakespeare. And we read this in class. Oh, I ripped it. When did that happen? Anyway, we read this in my English class this year. I'm in English honors, so that's for 9th and 10th grade, you're in it's called an honors program, and prepares you for AP classes, and we were a junior and a senior, so it's preparing me for my AP classes this coming year. But yeah, I really liked it. I like plays. I did musicals and stuff in middle school when I was younger, but I'm not really good at singing or acting, so yeah, I quit. But I liked it. It's kind of hard to understand, but the cool thing about this is on the side it has where you can look it up what these crazy words mean. So yeah, it helps. I first have here the Twilight series by Stephenie Meyer, and I read these forever ago. I probably started reading these in 6th grade. I started reading these in 6th grade, and I finished in 7th grade. But I was obsessed. Like, it was bad. Like, I didn't realize how bad the movies were. Like, the books really aren't that bad, but the movies is why everybody hates Twilight. But I would read them again. I'm probably not going to, because my TBR is the size of Russia, so I'm just, yeah. I was obsessed. Like, these are all, like, extra. I have, like, graphic novels of them somewhere. Books are everywhere. But, yeah, I liked them. I would recommend them. And then, so here, I have the Match series by Ali Condie. I started reading the Matched one a while ago, but I never finished. But I want to finish. I want to just be able to say I read them. Yeah, there's 3, it's a trilogy. My best friend read them. She said that they're pretty good, so I'm going to give it another go sometime. And then here, next, of course, I have the Hunger Games trilogy by Suzanne Collins, in case you haven't heard of them. But I read these pretty quick. I read these for, like, it took me, like, maybe a week and a half to read in 7th grade. Yeah. They're pretty good. Mockingjay was kind of slow, so it took me longer to read, but I liked them. And then here, this little yellow spine one is Heaven is for Real by Todd Burpo. And it's pretty inspirational. It's actually my grandma's book. I have to give that back to her probably sometime. But right now it's just living on my bookshelf. But it was good. It's inspirational. It really makes you think, and you know, yeah, I liked it. So then here I have Before I Fall by Lauren Oliver. And I read that like a while ago too. Like, most of these are really old ones, and more down here is like the newer ones I've read. But I read that a while ago. It took me like a night to read. I read it in a day. I liked it then, but I don't know if I'd like to read it now. But I'm glad I read it, you know. But it's not like something I think I'm gonna read again. And then here I have Choker by Elizabeth Woods. And I read that in like 7th grade. Yeah, like in 7th grade, because it was like the Cinder book, like from the library where they gave you a free book. And it's different. It's definitely different. Here, I'll show you the cover. This is the cover. It's a brilliant cover. It's pretty small, and it has like these cool ridgy outlines for the chapters. It's definitely dark, like when you get to parts of it, like at the end. There's kind of like this plot twist that happens. It's dark, but it was pretty good. You know, I might read it again sometime. Alright, if I can even get this back. Got it. Next I have my 2 books out of the trilogy. It's The Summer I Turned Pretty and It's Not Summer Without You by Jenny Han. I don't know the trilogy name for them. I don't know. I read the first 2 over a summer. I don't remember which summer, but I read them and they were pretty good. You know, they're like a contemporary trilogy, which is cool. You don't really see much of those. But I've never read the 3rd book, and I don't own it, so I might finish it sometime. You know, I like to just say I finished them, even if I didn't really like them. So then here I have Smile by Raina Telgemeier, and this was a really good book. It's actually a graphic novel, and it's like a true story, so it's kind of like a little mini autobiography, like a section of her life. And when she was younger, she fell, like, playing outside, as you can hear, here's what happened, and she knocked out a bunch of her permanent teeth. And it's all about, like, how from there on out, she had to have, like, retainers and braces and orthodontic, like, appliances and surgery done to her teeth. And I can definitely relate, because, like, in 3rd grade, I started to wear retainers, and I've gone through orthodontia, like, pretty much all of my life so far, and I'm gonna have to get braces pretty soon to fix my teeth. And it's really good. I really liked it. I'm normally not into graphic novels that much. I like reading like books with more just pretty much words instead of pictures, because I can read this in a day. Like, I flew through it super quick. But I've read it at least 40 times. Like, I really like this one. It's like close to my heart. Alright, next I have The Darkest Minds by Alexandra Bracken. And I started this. I got this for Christmas. I kind of started it. I didn't get too far into it. But that's because I got distracted. You know, it happens. I think I'm really gonna like this one. I really love this cover, and the way it smells, you know. And like, look at this like fire what's it called? Trident. Like what Ariel's dad uses in The Little Mermaid, that thing, yeah. But yeah, I think this won't take me too long to read, maybe a few days. But yeah, it's also on my TBR, the ever-growing pile. And then here I have Made to Match by Deanne Gist, or Gist. I'm gonna say Gist. But this is about a maid who, I don't know if you've ever been, but in Asheville, North Carolina, there's something called the Biltmore Mansion. And the Biltmores were like a really rich, powerful family that owned like tons of companies. I think they might have been a monopoly. I'm not sure, but like, and it's set a setting where she's the maid in this mansion, and she falls in love with a guy. And yeah, I haven't finished this yet either. I also have to finish this. But I hate this cover. Look at this. This is cheesy and dumb. I would definitely pick a better cover for this, because I think the book is going to be a lot better than the cover. Alright, next I have the Lux, the 2 books that begin the Lux series, and it's the first 2 books in the series. It's a bind up of the 2, and I read the first book. I started the second book. I didn't finish, but yeah, I like the first book better than I like the second book. I think because the second book gets kind of like, I don't know how to describe it without like spoiling anything. But I haven't finished the second book yet. I still have that much to read. But I think I'm going to, just to keep giving it a go, because sometimes, you know, when you read a series and then there's some books you're like, but there's books it's like, yes. Like, I'm hoping this is what this series is going to be, because I really liked the first one. The second one so far is kind of a bit of a letdown. Alright, so this is just like the part of this series here, so I'm going to talk about it all together. So, but here I have the Selection series by Kiera Cass, and this series gives me like, it's weird, because I read the first Selection book on my Nook, and then my aunt gave it to me in book form for my birthday because she didn't know I had read it. And then I'm like, well, now I feel like I should get the other 2 books. I kind of want to read them, and then I can complete them. I'd have the whole series, so I did. And I used up like all my Christmas money. I didn't get that much Christmas money on those 2 books. And I read the Elite after, and I'm like, oh, it wasn't as good as the first Selection book. A lot of people love it, and then I saw it in the first book, but in the second book, it was just dumb, and I didn't really enjoy it, and I haven't even read the 1. I feel like maybe sometime I should, just to finish, but I probably won't. It was a bit of a letdown, because there was so much hype about it. Alright, next I have the first 2 books of the Immortal series by Alison Noel, and I read both of them. Like, I really enjoyed the first 2, and then I went to go get the 3rd one, but then something happened and I never ended up getting the 3rd one. But now I don't really remember anything about them. But like, I've heard, like, some people really like them, some people really don't like them, so I feel like it could go either way. But I like them. And then here I have the City of Bone series by Cassandra Clare. Oh, they're brilliant. They're so good. I love it. It's probably like my favorite series of all time. But yeah, I don't have the second book right now. My friend Bridget's borrowing it. She hasn't given it back yet, so I'm waiting on that. But then this isn't it. This is the big. She has like a different series, like trilogy, and that's what this one is. I haven't read it yet. But then there's like 1, 2. I don't have 3, 4, 5. There's 6 books, and the 6th book is like ginormous, and I have to finish that. But they're super good. I would highly recommend them to anybody at all. Like if you like fantasy especially, I would read them. And then here I have Tales of the Beetle the Bard by J.K. Rowling. It's like a little companion to Harry Potter. Not really even like a companion, just like a little extra. Like if you've read the Harry Potter books, you know what this is. And then she wrote her own. And then my Aunt Sherry sent this to me from California forever ago for Christmas, and I've read it like 40 times. I really like this one. I love Harry Potter just in general. Like anything Harry Potter, I really enjoy. Okay, and then next here I have the Maximum Ride series by James Patterson. And I've read up to here. I'm in the middle of this, like, 5th book. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5th book. And I have these. This is the last one. But I think he's actually making, like, another one. But it says that, see, look, it even has a sticker that says Maximum Ride Rest in Peace sticker. And even on the cover it says the final Maximum Ride Adventure. So I'm like, yes, I have the whole series, I'm complete. But now I hear he's like writing another one. So it's like, because I still have to finish it. But my other friend, she loved these, and she read all of them pretty quick. But yeah, I'm still working through them. So many books. So many books. Alright, we are now moving on to the bottom shelf. We'll move this little cluster. So I'll bring up this one first. This goes along with the City of Bones series. This is like a companion. Like it has all the books in the back of it, and it goes along with it. Like you have to read the books to know what this is. Just kind of like a little extra thing. And then here, I have the Divergent trilogy by Veronica Roth. I have to finish the last one, but I know how it ends, and I'm afraid to read it because I know how it ends. But I really like the first two. Everybody, you know. But they're good. They're better than the movies. I'm pretty sure. I haven't seen the movies, but books are always better than the movies. Like, let's be real here. Alright. This is also being made into a movie pretty soon. It's John Green. It's called Paper Towns by John Green. And if you read The Fault in Our Stars, you probably like this. It's a bit different in ways, but it's really enjoyable, and it makes you laugh, especially at the beginning. But then when you kind of get back here, it gets kind of boring. But it's good. I really like this. I read this pretty quick. Stop, 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 stop. Thank you. And then here I have the first 2 books of the The Lion Game series. This is also by the same lady who wrote the Pretty Little Liars stuff. This is also, they made this into a show for a little while, but I think they stopped. Yeah, they were pretty okay, I guess. Yeah, and there's like 80 books of these, so I only have the first 2. Next, I have Let It Snow by John Green, Maureen Johnson, and Laura Miracle. And I got this at a book sale a while ago. I haven't read it, but I hear it's good. I'm saving this for like a contemporary read in the winter. You know, because it's Let It Snow. So, yeah. I'm saving that. Next, I read this in 4th grade. I still have it because I loved it so much. I read this like 80 times. And it's Violet Rains Almost Got Struck by Lightning by Dante Hathworth. Or Danette. Danette. I think it's Danette. Haworth. This is a weird name. But it's really super short. But I loved this. This is probably like my Bible back in 4th grade. I loved it, and I read it even now. I really love it. I think it's better to start this not knowing what it's about. But it is like a younger kid's read, like definitely. But even now, I would still enjoy it. Like I think I just read it like last week, and I still enjoyed reading it. I think because I loved it so much when I was younger. But yeah, I would pick this up if it looks interesting. And then here I have As I Wake by Elizabeth Scott. And I never finished this. It was pretty interesting what I did read though. I love this cover. Like she's like, and then hair, smoky hair. I love this cover. But yeah, it's different. It's different. Move this over. And then next I have The Tale of Despereaux by Kate DiCamillo. I'm awful with names, but you probably know what this is. And I read this because we'd read it for book club for my library, and I bought it. My mom bought it because my mom had to read it too. And it was good. It's based on a movie too. The movie's good, but I still like the book's always better. Like, let's be honest. And then next I have, I'm not sure if this is a trilogy or duology, but I have them. It's, the first one here is I So Don't Do Mysteries, and this one's here is I So Don't Do Spooky. I actually read the second one before I read the first one, because I got this one before I didn't know. I thought this was just like a standalone, but it's not. And I read them. They're cute, and they're quirky, and they're kind of spooky and mystery. So they're like younger kids' reads, but I would definitely pick this up. And then here I have some of the Diary of a Wimpy Kid by Jeff Kinney. And I've read these for forever, like my entire life. I feel like these are just general kid books that everybody has, like Harry Potter. But these aren't all of them. Like I have 1, 3, 4, and 6. But I've read a lot of them. Like my brothers have the other ones. Okay, next I have True, Sort of, by Catherine Hannigan. This was good. This was supposed to be like a younger kid's read, but I read it in like 8th grade, but I still really enjoyed it. It's a good story. It's a really good story. It's more like realistic fiction, and like a lot of the stuff I used to read back when I was younger was a lot of realistic fiction. But it was good. I would definitely pick this up. Like this is another one you should go into it like really not knowing what it's about. And then here I have In a Heartbeat by Loretta Ellsworth. And I started it, I didn't finish it. I read this in like 7th grade. Started it in like 7th grade. I never finished. It's really short. A lot of these down here are also kind of back when I was younger. Here I have Laura Miracle, Peace, Love, and Baby Ducks. And I've read this many times over. This is really good. It's more like going into high school kind of stuff and like a high school story. This was good. I like this. I'm not sure if they still have it places because I actually got it a long time ago. But yeah, I would read it. This was good. Let's continue. Alright, this is The Dive from Clawson's Pier by Ann Packer. And this is a different one I also picked up for my English class. This looks kind of darkish. Different from what I normally read, but it looks good. Like, I really like this cover. It looks very travel-y. And I'm looking forward to reading that one. And then also, from my English class, I have The God of Small Things by, I'm not even going to try to pronounce this. It's like an Indian name. It's Arundhati Roy. No, the last name is Roy, but it's like Arundhati. Sorry, but this also looks really good too. Yeah, I'm not really sure what to say about this one. This is just like a help you write stories book I picked up at a book sale just to help write things. Alright. And then here I have The Secret Life of Bees by Sue Monk Kidd. I never finished this. I want to. My mom read it. It was really good when I did read. But, yeah, this is kind of an older one, but this is good too. And then here, also from my English class, I've never read L.R. Stein. Like, I know they're pretty popular in elementary school, but me and my friend were just looking through them and reading them, and we were like laughing how like ridiculous these were, because like how they're supposed to be scary. We thought these were hilarious, so we took a couple. And then here, this is another really good one. This is A Tree Grows in Bookland by Betty Smith. And this is like, it's like a classic. It's not as classic as like Shakespeare, but my aunt got this for me for my birthday because she read it. And it was really good. Like, again, you should go into it without knowing what it's about. But it was good. I really liked this one. Next, I have a duology, and the first one is The Secret Language of Girls by Frances O'Rourke Dowell. And then also, this is the sequel, The Kind of Friends We Used to Be. And these were good. I liked them. They were like younger kids' reads. But I read them, I liked them, and they're cute. Like, I liked them. Not much to say about those ones. This is another free one I got from the library. It's The Chocolate War by Robert Cormier. Yeah. I never read this either. It's on my to-read list. Just, they gave it to me and I never read it, you know. Next, I have Legend by Marie Lu. I have Prodigy around here somewhere, too. But, yeah. This video is going to be really long, so I think what I'm going to do is break this up into parts. This will be part 1, probably the longest part. And then I'll go over part 2, which will probably be this pink shelf of books and my little box of books and the ones on my desk. Just to talk about those, because otherwise this will be like 50 minutes. But anyway, like I read the first one and I start the second one. They're pretty good. The first one I think is better than the second. I want to get back into them at some point. This one, Dorothy Must Die by Danielle Page. This was awesome. I just finished this a little bit ago, and this was really good. Like, look at this. And like, what kind of, that's an awesome title, like Dorothy Must Die. Like, you're not expecting that. It's like, what are you talking about? The sweet girl from The Wizard of Oz? Yes. You have to read it to know. I would definitely pick this up. I have to get the second one soon. Next, I have The Host by Stephenie Meyer. Again, the lady who wrote the Twilight series. I haven't read it yet because it's a monster. But I've seen the movie, and the movie was pretty good, but I'm expecting the book to be a lot better. So I want to read it at some time, but it's considered like an adult book. Like Twilight's like young adult, but this is like adult, so it's a little bit tougher, but not like tougher, but you know what I mean. I'm going to read that sometime. And then, we're getting close to the end here. I have the Delirium series by Lauren Aldiver. She's also the lady who wrote Before I Fall that I read. I read Delirium. I really liked the Delirium. I started Pandemonium. As you can see, I haven't finished. But I hear the third book's a letdown, so I'm hesitant to finish. You know, because I have other books I'd rather read if this is going to be like a shot, you know. But yeah, I'm probably going to finish those. But last but not least, I have My Sister's Keeper by Jodi Picoult. And I read this in 7th grade. I read this. It's my mom's book. And I really liked it. It's a different kind of story. It's kind of sad. But, yeah, I liked it. So, like, if you like The Fault in Our Stars, you probably would like this too. Alright, guys. That's part 1 of my bookshelf tour. Of my never-ending pile of books. Yeah. But thank you for watching. Please stay tuned for part 2. It'll probably be relatively soon when I post that one. So yeah, just to kind of get things going, that's how I do a bookshelf tour.